morning, welcome to Smythesdale. 1849, John Smythe leased land here for a pastoral run. In 1853, gold was discovered and an influx of people hit the goldfields. Settlement began, and in 1864 the area was renamed Smythestown in his honour. John named his pastoral run Nentinball. I'm here with Peter and Ruby, and we're going to take you around Smythesdale and show you some of the historic buildings that are still remain today. And somewhere along the line we're going to bump into the Witherspoon. So see you on the walk.
Stone lockup behind me was built in 1867. It was a 3-cell accommodation of a very temporary nature, being a lockup, so you're really in transit, probably heading to Melbourne or Ballarat. The structure itself replaces a temporary accommodation of a 2-cell lockup prior to, of course, 1867.
In the 1840s, Smythesdale was known for its German immigrants. They came from the Nieder-Weiselens. 300 settled here and escaped Germany from a famine and harsh taxes and decided to come to Australia to make a new life. Some of them got really homesick and decided to eventually go back home. Others continued to settle here and become part of the community.
The Chinese were important miners on the Smythes Creek goldfields. They extracted alluvial gold and provided labour to the quartz and deep lead mines around the district. They worked the old diggings and recovered gold from mullock heaps. The Chinese were not only miners, they were also successful market gardeners and storekeepers. Many of the Chinese men married European women, hence many families have an Oriental heritage. Interestingly enough, they don't say if the European men married Chinese women. Peter here, Spoonies, could you please be quiet? Now, you may think this is an ordinary piece of Bruno Grollo concrete, but there's more to it than meets the eye. We have a 0 here, and it's Smythesdale. That means 0 mile. I mean mile, not kilometre. And then we have, well, I don't know what the others say anyway, but this is Ballarat up here. So Ballarat is 12 mile. Now, that was part of the metrification of Australia back in July 1974. So all you smart bunnies that can convert a mile to kilometres, I think it's about 1.6 kilometres to the mile, but anyway, this existed before 1974. I'd say probably the 40s.
We've come to the end of our walk. Just behind me is probably one of the most nicest of all the old homes in Smythesdale. It was built in the 1860s for a Matthew Stevens Veal, who came out of Scotland in the 1850s and came up here during the gold rush. He was a jack of all trades and a master of none. He did coach building, he was an undertaker, and did various other jobs as well. We're up to the Jubilee Historic Mine to see some remnants and old relics of the past. That mine started in 1887 and ceased in 1913. Sorry, the flies are a bit of a pain. Even though there was still some gold mining activity still happening, to this day only an old relics remain. So on to our next adventure. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.